Welcome to Fluency Game. In this lesson, we will practice 100 daily English sentences together. The method is simple. I say the sentence first, and then you repeat with me. After every 10 sentences, I will explain important words and grammar so you can understand better. Let's begin with your morning routine. Daily routine. I wake up at 7 o'clock.
I wake up at 7 o'clock.
I check my phone before getting out of bed.
I check my phone before getting out of bed.
I go to the bathroom and wash my face.
I go to the bathroom and wash my face.
I brush my teeth quickly.
I brush my teeth quickly.
I take a shower before work.
I take a shower before work.
I get dressed in the bedroom.
I get dressed in the bedroom.
I make a cup of coffee in the kitchen.
I make a cup of coffee in the kitchen.
I eat bread and eggs for breakfast.
I eat bread and eggs for breakfast.
I read the news on my phone.
I read the news on my phone.
I leave the house for work.
I leave the house for work.
Great job. Let's review. In these sentences, you learned common daily verbs: wake up, check, go, wash, brush, take, get dressed, make, eat, read, and leave. These are some of the most frequent actions in English. Notice also the time expression at 7 o'clock and the use of places: in the bedroom, in the kitchen. Adding time and place makes your English more natural, just like native speakers do. Now let's move to the next step. We will practice the same type of daily actions, but this time using he and she. Pay attention to how the verbs change. He wakes up at 6 o'clock.
He wakes up at 6 o'clock.
She drinks coffee in the kitchen.
She drinks coffee in the kitchen.
He reads the news on his phone.
He reads the news on his phone.
She leaves the house at 8.
She leaves the house at 8.
He works in an office downtown.
He works in an office downtown.
She studies at the university.
She studies at the university.
He eats lunch with friends.
He eats lunch with friends.
She takes the bus to work.
She takes the bus to work.
He finishes work at 5.
He finishes work at 5.
She arrives home in the evening.
She arrives home in the evening.
Well done. Here you can see an important grammar point. When we use he or she in the present tense, the verb usually ends with s. For example, he wakes, she drinks, he reads, she takes. This is called the third person singular form. Also, notice the possessive words: his phone, her house. These show ownership and are very common in everyday English. Excellent. Next, we will start using questions in English. This will help you practice not only what you do, but also how to ask and answer about daily life. Do you wake up early?
Do you wake up early?
What time do you eat breakfast?
What time do you eat breakfast?
Do you drink coffee in the morning?
Do you drink coffee in the morning?
Where do you go after work?
Where do you go after work?
Do you read the news every day?
Do you read the news every day?
How do you go to school or work?
How do you go to school or work?
Do you listen to music on the bus?
Do you listen to music on the bus?
What do you usually eat for lunch?
What do you usually eat for lunch?
Do you finish work at 5 o'clock?
Do you finish work at 5 o'clock?
Where do you usually meet your friends?
Where do you usually meet your friends?
Great job. Notice the pattern for yes-no questions in the present. Do plus you plus base verb. Do you wake up? Do you read? For what questions, we add a question word first. What, where, how, plus do, plus you, plus base verb. What time do you? Where do you? Keep verbs in the base form. Wake up, eat, drink, go, read, finish, listen. Pay attention to time and frequency words that make answers sound natural. In the morning, after work, every day, usually, at 5 o'clock. Practice short, quick replies to build speed. Yes, I do. No, I don't. I usually eat at noon. I go by bus. Add a small detail to level up. Time, place, or people. I meet friends at the park on Fridays. Next, we will practice short answers and natural replies, mixing I, he, and she, and adding small details about time and place. Ready to keep going?
Do you wake up early?
Yes, I do.
Does he wake up early?
No, he doesn't.
Do you eat breakfast at home?
Yes, I do.
Does she drink tea in the morning?
Yes, she does.
Do you go to work by bus?
No, I don't.
Does he read the news every day?
Yes, he does.
Do you finish work at 5?
No, I don't.
Does she study at the library?
Yes, she does.
Do you meet your friends on weekends?
Yes, I do.
Does he play games after work?
No, he doesn't.
Well done! In this part, we practiced short answers with yes and no. Remember the pattern. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. These are very common in real conversations because people don't always answer with long sentences. Native speakers often keep it short and clear. Adding small details can make your English stronger. Yes, I do. Every morning. No, he doesn't. He sleeps late. Simple, short, and natural. Next, we will continue with more details. This time, you will see how to connect sentences using small words like and or but to make your English sound smoother.
I wake up early and I go for a walk. I wake up early and I go for a walk. She drinks coffee and eats bread for breakfast. She drinks coffee and eats bread for breakfast. He works in the morning, but studies in the evening. He works in the morning, but studies in the evening. I read the news, but I don't watch TV. I read the news, but I don't watch TV. She takes the bus and listens to music. She takes the bus and listens to music. I eat lunch at home, but I have dinner outside. I eat lunch at home, but I have dinner outside. He likes pizza and pasta. He likes pizza and pasta. I go to bed early, but I don't sleep fast. I go to bed early, but I don't sleep fast. She studies English and practices every day. She studies English and practices every day. I call my family and talk for a few minutes. I call my family and talk for a few minutes. Great! Now you can see how small words like and but connect ideas. And adds information. I eat bread and eggs. But shows contrast. I wake up early, but I feel tired. These words make your English sound more natural and less like short, broken sentences. Remember, short sentences are good, but connecting them makes your English smoother. In the next part, we will add time expressions like in the morning, at night, on weekends, so you can place your actions clearly in time. Ready?
Time expressions. I drink coffee in the morning. I drink coffee in the morning. She studies English at night. She studies English at night. He goes shopping on Saturdays. He goes shopping on Saturdays. I visit my parents on Sundays. I visit my parents on Sundays. She goes to the gym in the afternoon. She goes to the gym in the afternoon. He plays football on weekends. He plays football on weekends. I read books before going to bed. I read books before going to bed. She checks emails after lunch. She checks emails after lunch. I usually wake up at 6 o'clock. I usually wake up at 6 o'clock. He sometimes works late at night. He sometimes works late at night. Great job! Now you see how time expressions make sentences more complete. We can say in the morning, at night, on weekends, before bed, after lunch, at 6 o'clock. These expressions show when something happens. Adding time details is very important because daily life is always connected to time. Try to mix actions with time. I eat lunch at noon. I study English in the evening. The more you practice, the more natural your English will sound. Next, we will practice frequency words like always, usually, sometimes, never, to show how often you do something.
Frequency words. I always drink coffee in the morning. I always drink coffee in the morning. She usually walks to school. She usually walks to school. He sometimes eats dinner at a restaurant. He sometimes eats dinner at a restaurant. I never watch TV in the morning. I never watch TV in the morning. We always study English on Mondays. We always study English on Mondays. She often calls her mother in the evening. She often calls her mother in the evening. He usually finishes work at 6 o'clock. He usually finishes work at 6 o'clock. I sometimes read a book before bed. I sometimes read a book before bed. They always go shopping on Saturdays. They always go shopping on Saturdays. She never drinks tea at night. She never drinks tea at night. Great! Frequency words like always, usually, often, sometimes, never show how often an action happens. In English, these words usually come before the main verb. I always wake up early. She never eats fast food. With the verb to be, the adverb comes after. I am always happy. He is sometimes late. Using frequency words makes your sentences sound more natural and connected to real habits. Next, we will practice talking about the past with simple sentences using yesterday and last week.
Talking about the past. I woke up late yesterday. I woke up late yesterday. She studied English last night. She studied English last night. He played football after school yesterday. He played football after school yesterday. I visited my grandparents last weekend. I visited my grandparents last weekend. They watched a movie yesterday evening. They watched a movie yesterday evening. She cooked pasta for dinner last night. She cooked pasta for dinner last night. He walked to work yesterday morning. He walked to work yesterday morning. I cleaned my room yesterday afternoon. I cleaned my room yesterday afternoon. We had lunch at a restaurant last Sunday. We had lunch at a restaurant last Sunday. She called her best friend last night. She called her best friend last night. Great work. Here we use the past tense. Notice how many verbs change their form. Wake, woke, study, studied, play, played, visit, visited, cook, cooked, walk, walked, clean, cleaned, have, had, call, called. Some verbs are regular, just add ed like played or cleaned. Others are irregular, like woke or had. When you add yesterday, last night, last week, last weekend, you make it clear the action is in the past. This is one of the most common ways English speakers talk about daily life. Next, we will continue with the past tense, but this time using questions and answers about yesterday.
Did you wake up early yesterday? Yes, I did. Did she go to the gym last night? No, she didn't. Did he study English after work? Yes, he did. Did they eat dinner at home? No, they didn't. Did you watch a movie last weekend? Yes, I did. Did he work on Saturday? No, he didn't. Did she call her friend yesterday? Yes, she did. Did you clean your room yesterday? Yes, I did. Did they play football in the park? No, they didn't. Did you cook dinner last night? Yes, I did. Great job! These sentences use did for past questions and answers. The structure is simple. Did plus subject plus base verb. Did you watch? Did she go? For short answers, we say, yes, I did, or no, I didn't. Using did already puts the sentence in the past. We say, did you go, not did you went. Using did already puts the sentence in the past. This pattern is essential for natural conversation about what happened before. Next, we'll keep working with the past, but now describing a full day from morning to night, step by step, to help you build longer sentences naturally.
I woke up early yesterday morning. I made some coffee and checked my messages. I took a quick shower and got dressed for work. I left the house at 8 o'clock. I took the bus and listened to music on the way. I worked until noon and had lunch with my coworkers. In the afternoon, I finished my tasks and went home. I cooked dinner and watched a movie. I called a friend and talked for a few minutes. Finally, I went to bed around 11. Well done! This was a full day described in past tense, from morning to night. Notice how the story flows naturally with simple actions like woke up, made, took, left, worked, had, finished, cooked, called, went. These are all common verbs used in everyday life. Using small connectors like and, then, and finally makes your story sound fluent and easy to follow. Try describing your own day yesterday using the same pattern.
Review. What you learned today. You practiced real English for daily life, from morning to night. You started with simple actions in the present. I wake up. I brush my teeth. I go to work. Then you learned how to talk about other people. He wakes up early. She drinks coffee. After that, you practiced questions. Do you wake up early? What time do you eat breakfast? And you learned short answers. Yes, I do. No, I don't. We also connected ideas with and but. I work in the morning, but study at night. You used time expressions like in the morning, at night, on weekends, and frequency words like always, usually, sometimes, and never. Later, we moved to the past tense. I woke up late.
I visited my grandparents. You asked and answered questions about yesterday. Did you go to work? Yes, I did. And finally, you described a full day in the past, building a story naturally from start to finish. You learned how to describe your daily routine, ask and answer real questions, use time and frequency naturally, talk about what you did yesterday. That's a full foundation for real English communication. You did great today. This is how you build English that lasts, one sentence, one habit, one day at a time. Repeat this video whenever you can. The more you listen, repeat, and speak, the more fluent you become. If you enjoyed this lesson, save it and come back tomorrow. Keep playing the fluency game every day, because practice isn't just learning words, it's training your mind to think in English. See you in the next video.